So as far as the camera is concerned, it seems to be really good. Both Corin and myself are really impressed by the picture quality. There was a firmware update when I bought it, and just yesterday I noticed there was another firmware update. I tried most of yesterday to get it going, but it looked like some people were getting it and some weren't, and I had a look. Was it either late last night or this morning? I tried again, and yeah, it was there. So this is the software, the firmware update that actually allows you to actually have a higher bitrate. What's really weird is when you go into the settings, so there's a new setting there for bitrate, it just says lower bitrate or higher bitrate. It doesn't tell you what the actual bitrates are, but you can notice quite clearly when you change it from lower to higher, it does decrease the actual remaining battery the expectancy, and it also decreases the amount of storage capacity left. Well, it tells you how much time it's got left to record, and that just decreases because of the higher bitrate. So it's obviously going to be a bigger file, and the camera is also going to run a lot more processor, which means that the battery isn't going to last as long, and that's to be expected. But at the end of the day, it's all about giving the consumer a choice, and if battery life is what's more important to you, then put it on a lower bitrate. But then you're also going to go 1080p and you're going to go 30 frames per second. But you can choose if you want to go full 4K at 120 frames or 240, whatever the highest is, and you're going to go HDR and you're going to go high bitrate or whatever it is, and then 10-bit color or whatever, you must expect that your battery is going to last a lot less time, and yeah, you're going to use a lot more storage. That's it at the end of the day. I mean, to me, coming from a GoPro 9, I never had anything more than that, and I've been waiting a while just to wait for something worthwhile to upgrade to. And this camera is great for me because of a couple of things. And the first thing is the longer battery life. Yes, that is a thing. The better quality pictures, good. The higher dynamic range is great. I'm not just going with the stuff the influencers said. These are the things that are important to me. The fact that you can actually start the camera up quickly is a real bonus. I mean, this thing starts in a fraction of the time that the GoPro does, not from cold start after a day, but from a hot start. If you've had it on and then you switch it off and then you switch it on again within a reasonable amount of time, then it's literally a split second and the camera's on. The other big thing for me, the magnetic mount means that I can actually swap the camera over easily from one point on my helmet to the bike very quickly. And there's another thing I'll talk about lately that enables that as well. So there's that, and then I don't need a media mod like I did with the GoPro and all the wires and stuff all over the place. So with this now, I recently bought the DJI Mic 2 because of its Bluetooth capability. And when I started looking at GoPro versus this one, the GoPro 13 versus the Action 5, the thing that was important to me was which camera would connect more easily to the microphone. And when I used the auto start, record, whatever you call it, just pressing the record button, you want the thing to switch on and start straight away. Once I got inkling that it would work really nicely with the Action 5, I thought, well, that's going to be my choice over the GoPro. And then on top of that, no media mod required, and the fact that you could actually connect two microphones to the same camera at the same time, that was also a bonus. So that kind of sent me down this route. And even though, I was waiting to see what the Insta360 Insta360, whatever it's called, the version 2 would look like and be like, and 8K and all that kind of stuff, and everyone's expecting something fancy. And then there's the delay. I'm not sure what that was about, but a delay and it's still not out. It's what is it, the date today, the 19th or 20th, and hey Cardo, radio off. And so that delay, it wasn't a big deal to me. 8K is not a big deal. I don't have anything to play 8K on anyway, and do I really need 8K? Who watches anything in 8K anyway? So not a big deal, and I just thought, okay, it's DJI. I know DJI have plenty of their drones and things. They have a good reputation. Their stuff works. Also heard that these cameras don't overheat nearly as easy as a GoPro, and I've had endless problems with GoPros just switching off and not recording and all kinds of issues, and everyone's experiencing the same thing, so it's not just me. And I just thought, I'll give DJI a go, and so far I'm really happy with it. I mean, it doesn't have a GPS built in, and I don't really care because I never used that's never really worked properly with a GoPro anyway, and I've got that stuff working with my Insta360 X3, and it's not that great anyway. So I went with this, and I must say I'm really happy. I don't think there's anything really to complain about here at all. It's a nice easy solution. There's no wiring necessary. The only thing that I have to do is find a better solution for putting the microphone inside my helmet, because it's quite big and I don't have that much space in my helmet. But I'm pretty sure there's something I can cobble up with some design software in my 3D printer and make something work there. I've got one of those clip, like a crocodile clip things that a lot of the vloggers use, where you just clip it onto your goggles and you can unclip it and onto your helmet. You can unclip it and stick it onto another helmet pretty easily. But again, it's extra weight on the front, so not ideal. So I have a what do you call it, a chin mount that I ordered. I've got one on my other helmet that I use more for off-roading and getting dirty. This is my commute helmet I've got on at the moment. I've got one of the chin mounts for this one as well, so maybe I wanted to keep this helmet pretty clean, but I think I'm going to put it on because it's really a tiny thing and it doesn't seem to cause any wind noise or anything like that, so I'll stick it on this one as well, and then I've just got to worry about where I put the microphone inside the helmet. But I've got some ideas, so I'll put those to use as soon as I've got a chance. Just got to remember to get something going. I don't know what this guy in front of me wants me to do. I'll just go past him now. Anyway, bottom line is overall it was a good buy, I think. Not cheap, but I think this is a solution that is very usable. It means I can just take the camera off my chin and stick it on this mount in the front here and have it facing towards me, or stick it on a stick in the end, at the end of the bike. In that case, maybe I'll need a remote control to switch it on and off with. I think they're about $130. It's a lot of money for just a remote control, but I suppose I could also use my phone as the remote control. But I like to have Waze on because Waze tells me what's happening ahead of me. So maybe I'll get the remote control. The issue with some remote controls, I know the GoPro one, the battery doesn't last so long. That's always been a problem. I'll do some reviews on the DJI one and see what they say. Is it worth it or not? It's just good to have a good working solution with the least hassle. Oh, and the other thing I've done as well is I've ordered a 512 gigabyte SD card for this one. 128 doesn't give you much anymore. I think that's about it, so I'll leave that one there. Thanks everyone for listening.